Welcome to the LumiCast, your premier gateway to the universe of limitless photo editing. Dive into the galaxy of Luminar software and the dynamic world of AI photo editing. Join us weekly for a burst of creativity and the drive to transform your photos with confidence and skill. Broadcasting directly from Clever Photographer headquarters, it's time to welcome your hosts, Jakub and Holly Linton.
Jingle bells, maybe no. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of LumiCast. It's Jakub here, I have Holly next to me and we are in super festive mood. Holly, hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. Happy holidays to everyone.
Holly, do you sing carols?
Who's Carol? I don't sing. My photography is far exceeds my singing voice, that's for sure.
Oh, shame. Okay, well, we are closer than ever to Christmas and we thought it would be good fun to put together 10 ideas or tips or inspirations for Christmas photography. Now, what we wanted to do, the idea was to give you tips on things you can do without any additional gear. All you're going to need is your camera. Holly, are you excited for this one?
Yes, you need your camera and your imagination.
All right, well, we have 10 inspirations for you and Holly is going to start. So, what's first?
Okay, first indoor Christmas photography idea is to do some cozy window light portraits. So grab your favorite person in your house, whether it's your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your kids, your grandkids. Take them over to the window using the soft daylight as your studio. So you can really just have maybe a filtered curtain over the window, maybe just a white filtered curtain, just in case the light is too harsh, and just look at their face light up and just enjoy some great portraiture. So you can give them some props, like have them maybe wrapped in a blanket. You can have have the tree behind them or some decorations that are adorning your home behind them. I think that would be a nice idea. So that's my first inspirational idea for you.
Oh, well done. No, that's a great idea. And I mean, you can probably do this any time of the year, right? But the reason why we thought it would be good for wintertime or Christmas time is because, as Ollie mentioned, quite often you will get that kind of overcast, which will give you soft light anyway. So you don't really have to worry too much about the harsh light. But if there is, you can use anything to just soften it, any kind of sheet of linen or anything like that.
And there might also be people in your home this time of year that you don't see too often. So it's a good chance to get an updated portrait of somebody in your family or one of your long lost friends who came to visit for the holidays.
Definitely. Very, very good. So that was the first tip. Now, second one, Holly just laughed at me because I keep adding the hot chocolate shot into all our lists. Pretty much every list we created since the end of summer included hot chocolate storytelling shot. I think we talk about autumn and winter and so on. It's just, I think it's a really, really cool thing to do. Everybody has these props home, so it can create a really nice, beautiful shot. So the whole idea for the Christmas one is that you're going to find nice old wooden table or desk or anything like that. And on that, you will put some fun Christmassy elements, things like maybe dried oranges or marshmallows or cinnamon or spices. And above it, you will take one or two hands holding nice hot cup of cocoa. Is that right? Hot chocolate.
Yes. Or cuckoo.
If you want, you can, of course, even pump the chocolate with some nice whipped cream and more marshmallows on the top, and it can be lots of fun. Now, when it comes to light, this would be, again, a great idea to do this near to your window when you get a nice, soft, diffused light, because you want it to be nicely, evenly lit. So that's my idea. Hot chocolate. It's out of the way. Over to Holly.
Is there a certain type of hot chocolate that you think is delicious versus, like, when I was a kid, we would get the Swiss Miss packets that had the little marshmallows in them and mixing it with hot water, and it's like it never really dissolved. So there's got to be some high quality hot chocolate out there.
No wonder that you don't like the idea of hot chocolate. If that's what you drink, it reminds me the old corporate hotel hot chocolates you find in the rooms. It's this powder which has been there 1,000 million years. And then you try to mix it with the hot water from a kettle. And all you get is this blob of something and brown water. But that's not it, Holly. So in UK, I think the best hot chocolate you can get is either in Costa, and I'm not in any way paid by Costa, but it tastes the best. Or if you want to bring it to another level, there is a place called Hotel Chocolat, and they make chocolate from real chocolate. You can find different flavors and different tastes, and they do chocolate whipped cream on the top. And Holly, it's something. When my mother comes over, that's the first place we go to. So it's really cool. Anyway, just coming quickly to that, you're right that when it comes for the photo shoot, it's easier if the hot chocolate is thicker. So maybe use heavy cream and lots of chocolate because it will hold the marshmallows, it will hold the cream, and it will just keep the shape a little bit longer. Where when you use a really watery one, everything will dissolve much faster. The whipped cream maybe sink in, and it's just a little bit more difficult. So good point, actually.
And then you get to drink it after your shoot. So maybe you want to take your pictures real quick so it's still nice and hot for you. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll give hot chocolate another try in the new year. You can send me a link to something I can make at home that will taste good.
Okay.
All right. Next up, I would say do an ornament reflection of yourself. So doing selfies at the holidays, I think it's fun. I do this when I'm out in the world too, not just indoors. But if you walk up to your Christmas tree and you have giant shiny ornaments hanging, you could see yourself in them. I think it's fun to kind of zoom in and just do a macro shot like that. Even though you might be still kind of blurred, I think it's kind of fun to have like a photography self-portrait of yourself taking pictures. So, and even just not just reflections, but doing maybe some macro shots of ornaments, take advantage of the fact that you've decorated your house and just, zoom in on some of these little knickknacks and things that you've kind of probably collected over the years. I mean, people probably have a lifetime of ornaments and family ornaments that have been passed down through the family. So it'd be nice to take pictures of those. So look for anything reflective and take pictures of your ornaments. That's what I would say.
Great tip. And actually, when I was preparing for this episode, I had a look around, and you're right, there are some people who got themselves like a big silver ornament or bobo, or how you want to call it. And they actually use it a little bit like, remember these glass, how you call it, like a lens balls, I think it was called, or something like that.
Lens ball, yeah.
So they basically using these ornaments, and they go to like a Christmas markets or maybe into the department stores which have a big Christmas decorations, and they basically maybe hold it in two hands and create like a really nice reflective shot with it. So actually you can be really, really creative with this. While of course you can do it home as a little bit of fun, but you can really create some beautiful art. I've seen some amazing things, so definitely check it out.
Okay, what's your fourth idea?
Is it time for me?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm going to have lots of flat lace in this list because my next one builds up on the hot chocolate, but this time we're going to swap it with gift wrapping. That's also a really great idea to do. Of course, all of us will do gift wrapping. I mean, unless you Scrooge. And how it works? Well, again, find yourself a nice table with a good light. And near to the table, near to the window, works really well for the soft light. And, again, decorate it with things like your ribbons and wrapping paper and scissors and maybe pens and stickers and labels. And what you can do, again, you can have either you can just have a box and somebody can hold it in two hands, or if you want to take it to another level, create a box where there is already a ribbon on it and the hands just actually tying the bow. That is also really, really creative. So this is a good idea for a shot for your next Christmas card, for example. You can do that. You can shot something like this, then put it on the top of your Christmas card, get it printed in any of these shops like a Vista Print or whatever. And this year probably is maybe a little bit too late, but next year you can make your own Christmas cards with shot like this.
I have an idea to add to that would be like roll out your wrapping paper and just take pictures of the wrapping paper to use as backgrounds or overlays in your composites or even texture overlays. So I like that idea. All right, my next one. Okay, Christmas tree silhouette shot. So you're going to turn off all the lights in your room, but only keep the tree plugged in. And then capture someone's silhouette in front of the lights. So it could be maybe someone reaching for an ornament, or you could maybe have someone dress in a Santa outfit and make it look like it's Santa putting presents under the tree. So how about that for an idea?
I saw a great one, actually. That was a woman which was pregnant, and you could just see silhouette of her with a nice dress, and they use it again as like a Christmas card for the family, because they probably expected the child to be born quite soon after. And it looked really lovely. It looked really, really cute, actually. I mean, that's a really nice memory, I think, to create. Mm-hmm. And it's really not that complicated. Maybe a camera on a tripod, if you're not really comfortable with it, play around with the setting a little bit, and you can end up with a really cool result, I think. Mm-hmm. Great idea, Holly. All right, well, that's 5. I can't believe how fast it goes. Well, after 5, it's time to take a break. Let's run into the ads very quickly, and we'll be back for 5 more.
If you're listening to the LumiCast podcast, then we share something in common. We love editing photos, and we love Luminar. It's almost breathtaking what this amazing tech can do for you. On our website, you'll find countless different things to help you be more creative than you ever thought imaginable. From our photo manipulation masterclass to our power bundle with 986 elements, our essential preset bundle, editing software and extensions to our tutorials. Harness the power at the website at www.cleverphotographer.com/Luminar. Again, that's cleverphotographer.com/Luminar. Now, back to LumiCast.
And we are back with more tips on your indoor Christmas photography. We have run through 5 incredible ideas already, and we have 5 more. Now it's my turn, and I feel like all the fun ones are with Holly, because my next tip is a baking day documentary. The idea is still same. Find yourself a nice table, put it next to the window with a soft light. And this time, replace the wrapping paper with fun stuff from your baking. So rolling pin, cinnamon, spices, candles, maybe few branches of, how you call the tree, pine tree or Christmas tree. And on the top of it, maybe a little bit of dough, a few cutters, cookie cutters, make some shapes. If you want, again, include the hands already cutting different shapes or handling cookies or something like that. And again, that can be a really sweet thing to do. And this one also can be great if you do it with the kids. You can have, for example, if you have like 2 little ones, they can both have hands there, and it can be a really nice memory for the Christmas. So I really like this idea as well.
Mm-hmm. I could picture some hot chocolate in that image as well.
Yeah, so you can combine the ideas together.
Yeah. No, I like that idea. And a lot of cookie cutters are such fun shapes. And yeah, doing that with a dough and having all the sprinkles and
yes,
I could see that as a fun picture.
You should totally look if there is a cutter in the shape of camera.
Yes. Oh, I'm going to search for that for sure. Okay. Number 7 is also portrait related. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting some similar ones here. Using fairy lights to do your portraits. So you could take either your Christmas lights and literally wrap them around a person, that just to do something kind of silly. You could also maybe try some light painting with all those lights, either just have them swinging them around in a safe area, and just creating like just the magical bokeh blur of the lights, and then a nice, portrait where the lights are kind of glowing up the person's face. So it's kind of, maybe kind of the opposite of the daylight window picture. This will be your nighttime kind of darker, but kind of warm, glowing image of the person with all the holiday lights around them.
Great idea. And I guess many of these tips can be used all around the year, but this one specifically, without the Christmas tree, but the fairy lights, they can pretty much be used at any time of the year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely an idea to try. If you're bored in April and you're listening this podcast, then get the box with the fairy lights out and definitely give it a go. Well, that brings me nicely to my next tip, which finally isn't a flat lay capture. I'm going to talk about capturing reading by fire. I think that can be a really moody storytelling shot that can be really nice, warm, and cozy. What's the idea? Well, again, build up on everything we already talked about. Get yourself a somebody close to you, ideally your partner or your kid. Dress them nice and cozy, maybe put blanket around them, give them nice book and sit them by a fireplace. Then switch off the different lights and play around with the light. Maybe if the fireplace is big enough, use just that or use little lamp on a side just to add a little bit of soft glow. But the idea is that you will basically lower the light or the overall ambience of the room, and you will use the warmth of the fire to basically illuminate the person. I think that can be really cool. Now, of course, not everybody's having a fireplace at home. So another way to work this is to actually play a fire on your TV. So you can now find fireplace on YouTube or similar platforms for free. It will basically play 1 to 10 minutes, 1 hour of fireplace in it. So put that on, then place your subject, ideally the person you love, in a right distance between the TV and your camera. And if you do it right, and if you use lower f-stop, then the TV will become soft and blurry, and it will create the idea of the fireplace anyway. So it can actually really create a beautiful shot, which you can create without the need of fireplace. So it's an idea for everyone. What do you think about that, Holly?
I absolutely love that idea, especially because I use those fireplace things regularly on the TV just as ambiance in the house. And a lot of them have just nice scenery of like stonework and cabins and things like that. So you might almost pass it off as the person is, it's almost like a background that you're putting on them. So that sounds really great. Now, if it was a real fire and it was somebody that you didn't love, you could be like, okay, back up just a little bit. Just back up a little bit more. No, just kidding. And that's what the Grinch would do.
That's exactly. Holly the Grinch.
But what was I going to say? I don't remember.
Well, in that case, it's time for your next tip.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. You could just make sure they're holding a cup of hot cocoa in the picture.
You see?
Or give them a photography book to read. One of the ones that we talked about in a previous podcast.
Even better. And wrap a baby lens in a blanket.
Yes. Yeah. Put a lens baby in a manger.
All right.
Okay. On to the 9th idea would be to document the Christmas morning mess, whatever that means in your family. So if you have a bunch of kids or grandkids that are opening up all their presents, just start firing away and, just rattle off a bunch of exposures at once so you don't miss any photo ops there. And just everyone ripping their papers opened and, the excitement in their face, or maybe the disappointment, when grandma gives them what's it called? A jelly cake or what?
Or the dinosaur pajama,
Grandma gives you the worst present ever. So I think just documenting that kind of stuff, have more candid pictures, or even take a picture of the before and after of the tree with all the presents nicely put there by Santa, and then what it looks like at the end of the day.
That's a great idea.
That's what I would say.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, this is probably the least set up shot, but also is the most real, isn't it? It's like, it's a really nice memory of, one of these Christmases. Anyway, moving on the last tip and idea. And we cannot do the list without obviously capturing our pets in Christmas costumes or maybe just a hat. Now, this can be so much fun for some animals, probably less for others. Ideally, if you get a new pet, kitten or dog, start early. That's a suggestion because I have a 13-year-old cat. His name is Rufus. And unfortunately, when he was young, I didn't really pay much attention to it. Only recently, I fell in love with putting hats on him. And he now is not very much into the game. He doesn't want to do it. I think it's a shame. But anyway, with the help of elves, we usually manage to grab one picture with the cat in a Santa's hat. So how to do that? Really simple. It can be lots of fun. Just get your dog, maybe under the Christmas tree. Again, it's ideal when there is a nice light. So either during the day when you get a nice soft light from a window, or maybe just with a nice warm glow from one of the lamps. Put the costume on or just the hat and take a few pictures. Again, great idea for Christmas cards, Christmas wishes, or maybe even just your Facebook page when you're going to wish everyone Merry Christmas. People like to see those. I mean, you can see it all around the social media. Nice warm photo of a pet in a Christmas costume goes a long way. So I think that's a great way to end the list. What do you think?
If you don't have luck keeping the hat on them, then you could add it in Gen Swap later.
Definitely. That's true.
This is getting me thinking of my favorite holiday movie, Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. Have you seen that one? When the cat gets a hold of the lights and gets electrocuted. And then the cousin says, Cat had 9 lives. He's just spent them all. It's just such a funny movie. But no offense to Rufus. Of course, I would not wish that upon him. So.
Oh, he's all good. He's having the best time of his life. Okay, folks. Well, this was so much fun. Holly, thank you for that. Thank you for all your tips.
You're welcome.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We will be back, I believe, one more time before the Christmas is here. So have a good week upcoming to the Christmas, and we'll see you again next week on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
And that's a wrap. Now, there's only 3 things left to do. Subscribe to this podcast so you never miss a future episode. Visit our website at cleverphotographer.com/LumiCast to see what we have in store next. And stay creative and keep editing your photos no matter what anyone says.